What's going on, everybody? Now, before we get into this episode of the Jigsaw Files podcast, just wanted to throw this little disclaimer out there. As you know, this episode, we are joined by our special guest, Franky G. While we were recording, Franky was having a lot of technical difficulties on his end. No faults of his. You know, these things happen from time to time. But I really try to do my best to cut around that stuff in the editing room. Overall, we pushed through. It's still a very fun episode. But while you're watching it or listening to it, if the audio is a little bit wonky from time to time, if you notice Franky's video feed kind of cutting in and out, that would be why. But as I said, we pushed through. It's still very fun. We had a really good time, and we think you guys are going to have a fun time with this episode too. So just wanted to give you a heads up, and without further ado, enjoy.
You don't know me, but I know you.
My name is very fucking confused. What's your name?
You wanna play games, motherfucker?
I went to bed in my shithole apartment and woke up in an actual shithole.
Congratulations. You are still alive.
Fix me, motherfucker!
He looks crazier than a sack full of cats.
You're not Jigsaw,
I call that epic bad luck.
Use your shirt.
It's wood. Plaster.
I'm gonna kill your husband now, Mrs. Gordon.
The only door you know how to open is between your legs.
I did not cheat on her!
I don't give a crap if you covered yourself in peanut butter and had a 15-hooker gangbang.
Those who don't appreciate life do not deserve life.
Your policy! It's bullshit!
You're the scary voice.
Oh, yes. There will be blood. Let the game begin.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Jigsaw Files podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Madison.
And we got some special guests tonight. We got Xavier and Xavier. How you guys doing? Franky G in the house. We're celebrating a couple things tonight. Not only are we celebrating 20 years of Saw 2, but Xavier just won an award for Best Student Film. Congratulations. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Elephant in the room. But welcome, guys. How are you guys doing?
Thank you for having us.
We're doing great.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I just got a party.
Yeah, I had to pick them up over here. I was in the city. My wife rushed over here trying to set things up. And we're just, right now, we're just right here. We're just in his room now so he could, Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. But yeah, let's talk about Elephant in the Room right off the bat. Madison and I watched it. Madison, do you want to give your quick little thoughts? First off, I don't know how much we're allowed to say. Obviously, we don't want to give away like the big ending or whatever, but so let's try to be very careful about what we talk about because it's only like a 5-6 minute short. So there's, you can't say too much.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I just wanted to say I was really shocked. I waited until today to watch it because I want it to be fresh in my mind, and I'm still feeling like just the intensity of that ending because I watch a lot of horror short films. I'm a big fan of the YouTube channel Alter, and so I kind of thought I knew where it was going. I was like, okay, all right, there's going to be like some kind of vampire succubus monster in that room. At the very end, we're going to get a glimpse, and I'm just going to be like, And then it went in a very different direction, and it made me very emotional because it hits on some real life things, and I thought that was like a really brave decision and really smart, and it messes with your expectations. So I loved it, and I'd love to know what inspired that.
Yeah, my inspiration was like, so while writing the script, it wasn't based on substance abuse when I first wrote the script. It was actually about a similar concept, but with a zombie in an apocalyptic world. But I thought I wanted to take a different direction because I feel like that just wasn't right. And I was watching like some crime stuff, and I was looking at all the stuff that just in general because I was just bored. And then I saw like substance abuse popping up, and I was like, wait a minute, I could probably use that. And also, there are some people that I know that go through something similar with substance abuse, and I felt like I should bring some sort of awareness with this film to the people of how what this can really do to somebody, because this actually could happen to somebody, and that's one of the scary parts about this film is how really true it is.
Yeah, it feels very raw and real, and I really appreciated that because at first, like, you kind of don't know what's happening. Like, you hear this noise going off, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna need, a couple pills or and whatnot. You don't think nothing of it at first, and then as you kind of go through it, you're like, oh, this is a problem. Like, there's something else going on, and then once you get to that, the ending there, I just thought it was really well done, and thank you for bringing awareness to something like substance abuse. I think it's really well done. It's really well shot. Franky kills it in his performance there.
Thank you.
Yeah, it turned out really, really well.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Definitely. Oh my God. Like I told my dad this. I told my family this. So many people know that they are the best actors I could have asked for because as I'm filming it, right, and I said this to so many people, and it just like my first shot was him screaming. That's the first shot I want to take because I want to take all 10 scenes because I know that's gonna wear him out. So I was like, let's get all that done, and then we can go to lower intensity later. And first take of him screaming, and he's like, he hears all the voices. I felt that a lot. Part of it is because it's my dad, and I've never seen my dad portrayed in this light. And also, in that moment, I kind of realized what I was making. Because when you're like, we're all like desensitized in some way with this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think watching it actually happen, because making the script, I wasn't really like aware, like really like how this could feel. And watching it made me feel like such emotion. And I feel like that really showed in the film.
And the lady played, that was my wife.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like, was that your actual wife, or was that an actress as well? And
she played.
Yeah.
So he used us, for free.
Well, hey, it worked out. So there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, where are people going to be able to like see this like publicly, and when?
This Sunday actually, it's at a film festival.
Congratulations!
Nice.
The International Film Festival,
Manhattan.
Yeah. And you know what's so funny? I showed it to a friend of mine. I said, you know what? I really want to show it to some real horror people. I mean, really great people that know the game,
Yeah.
And it was like a thriller type. So I called a friend of mine, Marcus. He was involved with Terrifier and some other ones. And I called Marcus. I said, I have a short film. I just want you to see it. I would love to get your feedback. So I sent it to him. He called me back right away. He said, your son did this?
Yeah. Said, it's impressive.
Wow. I mean, for a first time for a student film, I mean, he captured a lot. And he gave him some pointers, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, and it's such a short time frame too. Like, it covers quite a bit in that little.
Well, we shot that in one day. It was one day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So outside of like the film festival, is it going to be on like YouTube or anywhere else publicly for everyone else to check it out?
No, at the moment. I mean, he showed it at Scaricon. They got good reviews at Scaricon.
That was in Syracuse, yeah.
That was in Syracuse. He got some good reviews on that. And then this one over here, and we showed it to another place that got good reviews. But this one was incredible. The International Film Festival, Manhattan. And there must have been like 20 short films or something. And
wow.
And they picked it out of his. So that was in the cup. So I'm proud of him. I mean, he did his work.
That's amazing, man. Congratulations. Now, do you want to like keep directing? Do you want to like get into acting? Like, what are your kind of plans going forward now at this point?
I 1,000% want to go into college for film. That is something that I want to do. I feel like making this film and seeing how it made me feel, showing it to people, and getting all the feedback, good and bad feedback as well, because all feedback is good.
I agree.
It made me realize how much I really like the art form, and I feel like this is something I want to pursue in my life. Acting, here's what I'm gonna say: I love acting as well, but acting is something that you could like. I'm gonna do acting on the side because there's so many programs out there that you can do for acting, but there's not as many programs you can do for film.
But as a director, when he wants to write, also, but as a director, when learning how to act, you could see how when you're directing other actors, you see how they are. You know what I mean?
Like I can tell more.
Exactly.
I act.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Madison, anything else you wanted to say on Elephant in the Room?
I just said I really liked it, and I feel like you kind of already addressed my question because I wanted to know like what it was like working on a family project together. Like, what was it like working with family?
Good. At one point he asked me one time that he put me. He asked me what time. I think it was the following day we were going to shoot or something. He goes, "Dad, do you know how to cry on cue?" I'm like,
I never saw it.
I said, Xavier, wait till we shoot, and then let's see what happens.
Oh no, he always. I try to let. Okay, guys, let's rehearse. Let's kind of do.
No, I didn't want
and
that.
then he'll be like, "I like Dad. What are you gonna do?" And he's like, "You'll see when we get there. You'll see." I can't. But no, he really shocked me.
And he forgot to say cut. God. I'm still crying. I'm doing that, and he forgets to get
still rolling. He does this. He goes. Like he just. I'm like,
automatically
what?
Stop.
I'm like, well, how do you do that? And then yeah,
we had fun. I mean, it was funny.
That's great.
It sounds great.
Yeah, it was fun though.
So moving over to you, Franky, when did acting first start for you? Like when did you first get into it?
Small film called Manito, and it went on to film festivals and won an awards. And but I was gonna go back to school to become an engineer, and then this hit and went on to Sundance, the film festivals, and I went there and I didn't think I was gonna keep acting. I didn't. I think it was just a short success thing, and I got called to do some films like Confidence and Wonderland, and when I went to Hollywood, and first film I did was Confidence with Dustin Hoffman and Andy Garcia, and then I got approached to do Wonderland with Val Kilmer and Ted Levine, and it was great shooting those films. And then the Italian Job came around.
Yeah.
And what was great about that was Sherry Lansing at the time. I read the script, and when I went to meet the director, I asked him, I said, listen, I read the whole script. I mean,
where's Wrench? Yeah.
But no. But what I said, there's no character here for me. He goes, no, they're writing you in. So they wrote me into the film.
Which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because Wrench doesn't have a whole lot to do in the movie, but when he's there, he's very important. So I can't really imagine, like, especially the climax without Wrench there. So like the whole, like, he wasn't written when you came onto it, is a little crazy.
No, it was good, so it was fun to do. I mean, it was incredible. I really enjoyed it. I was the new kid on the block coming from the Sundance Film Festival. And then I had a show, Johnny Zero on Fox, and it went on from there,
Yeah. And now I gotta ask, because you worked with one of my favorite action stars of all time, Jason Statham. I mean, that dude just seems like he has a lot of fun on screen and off, like all the time. He seems like a really fun guy. So what was he like?
Yeah, he's a great dude, man. We had fun on the set of the Italian Job. Everyone, I think we all did. And it was fun to do. We had a great time. And they were thinking of doing the Brazilian Job, but there was no script coming up, They didn't have any script in mind yet.
All right. And then are you someone, I like to ask this of every actor I meet or talk to, because some people don't mind it and some people are very self-conscious of it. How do you feel about watching yourself on screen? Are you like self-conscious of that? Do you like it? Like, where do you stand on that?
You have your pros and cons, but I don't think you could have done this better, that better, but you just got to take it as it comes, and it is what it is, And then you have to bring it next time better,
Yeah. I see you're on the convention circuit now. You've been doing the conventions. How's your experience been with that?
Oh, that's great. That's good. It's fun. I mean, this is my second year doing appearances, and I hardly did appearances. I've been getting calls to do like the conventions for Saw and the anniversaries, and I just said, nah, that wasn't for me. And my friend said, "You're crazy. What are you doing? I mean, come on, you should go." And people asking that. And then I was approached, and then I said, let me try it. And the minute I tried it, people like texting me back, "It's about time. It's about time." And when I go to the convention and people see, they didn't know I was there. And they bring their stars, they bring their pictures, they bring all these different, the bats for me to sign. So
That's awesome.
Wow.
I mean, I appreciate all my fans that they love the movie. And it was great. So it's my second year and I'm having fun with it. Yeah.
Now, I seen you kind of reunited with Beverly Mitchell a little bit recently. How was that? Good seeing her again.
Great. I saw her when I saw at the New Jersey Comic Con. I'm not at New Jersey Con or something like that. And she was sitting on the opposite side, and I said, "Oh my God, it's Beverly!" I went right over to her, and we just rekindled the past that were on the show, on the movie, and we just talked out. We took pictures, and people saw like it was like a small reunion.
Little reunion, yeah.
Yeah, of 20 years. So it was great. It was great to see her.
Speaking of, 20 years is a long time. So when you think of Saw 2, looking back, like either on screen or the movie itself, like what's kind of like the first memories that comes to your mind just from that whole thing?
First memories working with the cast, how it being made, and that was my first horror film, and how it's being made, how it, had a lot of fun, and but everyone, we had a great time shooting that. So yeah, and at first when I first went to do the second, I didn't know what was Saw. I said, what's, and it was a horror film. They had to send me the DVD, and I watched it, and I liked the psychological concept of it, and I saw the following, and then I read the script, and I really enjoyed it. And so that's when I went over to Toronto to meet Darren. They flew me down. I met Darren, and that was it. And we clicked. And and so too was Xavier was alive and stuff. People think I called my son Xavier.
I was gonna ask you. I didn't want to address the elephant in the room here.
It's not. No, my wife loved that name for many years.
It's a great name.
Yeah, so he asked me, and I said, "Yeah, sure," and we named him Xavier Frank Gonzalez, and that was it. And he gets that sometimes. Think your dad called you because of
all the time. Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
So speaking with the cast, we had one of your co-stars on our last episode, Tony Napo, and I had asked him before he left if he had anything he wanted to say to you directly. So here's what Tony had to say.
Just that I love that guy. He was such a decent guy and a real gentleman. For such a big fucking massive hulk of a guy. I remember him being a real gentle, sweet, kind soul, and it was we didn't spend that much time together. I wasn't around that much, but please send him my sincere love. He's a really decent guy, and I wish him nothing but the best.
Oh, he's great.
He's great, right? He's a good guy. Cool. I love Tony.
I remember that. Scene. Yeah, I remember he got shot in the head. I went down. I went, just mess with him, what are you doing?
So, have you kept up with the franchise since? Because now there's 10 of them, and it's a lot to keep up with, I'm sure.
And people have been hitting me up about the ones that are coming out, that came out, Spiral and whatever. And then it was Saw 11, but I heard it's been, like, they scrapped it now or something like that. But
yeah, I don't know.
So I kept up with it little by little. I've been busy doing other stuff, but I still get people from the, that are really horror fans that come up to me and talk to me about it. And but it's been good. It's been good. I mean, 20 years. So I didn't know it was going to the effect that it took the Saw franchise, that the way it went off. How big it is now.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think anybody expected it to really pop off like that because when I seen the first film, well, first off, I had seen the poster of Shawnee like in the theater going to see something else, and I was just like, "What's this?" And then obviously I watched the first one and was blown away by it. But yeah, no, I didn't expect 10 of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, but Saw 2 is such a fan favorite. Like even people who typically aren't fans of the franchise in general seem to really grab onto Saw 2. Why do you think that is?
I guess because all the characters and stuff, the characters, the different traps and everything. And but I get a lot of, with me, people say, we love Xavier. You guys, and some of the guys, they go, oh, you were the OG on that film. You were this, you were that. And I say, hey, I was just doing my job. And then when they meet me, sometimes they think I'm like, they don't want to come up to me, and they think I'm like this guy, like crazy. And I'm like, and when they meet me, they're like, oh my God, I didn't know you were like that. And then on my Instagram, they're telling people, you got to meet him. He's not like in the movie. I said, hello. It's called acting? Oh my goodness. But I love I thank them all the time, and for the recognition and their loving the franchise, and they asked me, do you ever thought of coming back? I said, I would love to come back as a twin brother to Xavier.
Ooh. Yeah,
and,
you can have a twin, why not? Yeah.
And I'm looking for him, and I start causing damage trying to find him. And but I'll look different. I'll probably cut my hair bald and have a robot, whatever. I mean, make it look crazy, but it has to have that good story, it has to be really, really juicy for me to do it,
Yeah, for sure, man. I think you hit the nail on the head, no pun intended, with the nail bat and all. But I think it's this group of characters that are in the house. It's Donnie and Tobin just sitting and talking to each other the whole movie. That also like really grabs people as well. But again, it's the dynamics with all the characters in the house too. You guys played really well off of each other. We all have our favorite characters in the house. Tony was talking about how Abby's a fucking weirdo. Would you agree with that? Like, was he the weirdo?
Yeah, I think everybody was weird. We were like doing some crazy stuff. There was one talking, me and Beverly Mitchell were talking one time on the event, that there was a scene that I was chasing people with the knife. So at one point I reversed the thing. So I had her chase me with the knife. When they called action, she was chasing me around the house with the knife. And then Darren saying, cut. Put that in the movie. And I'm like, oh no. So it was funny. It was great. It was great.
I know. I've been kind of talking your ear off. Madison has thoughts too. What do you want, Madison?
Yeah. Now that we're on to Saw 2, I wanted to ask, what do you think about his arc? Where he starts off as one of the victims, and then he kind of slowly turns into a major villain. What was that transformation like?
Yeah, because he wants to get out of the house. I mean, any way possible. I mean, I don't want to stay there. I don't want to be that victim. I mean, I was taking out everybody. I'll throw them in the oven. I'll throw them in the needle pit. I'm going to get your number. I'm getting out. If I have to slam the door or whatever, I'm getting out. And that was my objective, to get out and don't give a shit about nobody else.
All I'm saying is let's just take our time and come up with a game plan.
Well, you come up with the game plan, all right? I'm getting out of here.
But we had everyone always talks to me about the needle pit, and I tell everyone, did you know that Shawnee Smith was 4 months?
I was gonna bring that up. Yeah.
No, I'm reading your mind. So, and then I said, and she told me that the screening that she was 4 months pregnant. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Was that a big whoops moment? Like, ooh, shouldn't have done that.
But everything was good. Everything was cool. And so we did the job, and then she was a pro at what she did for not telling me. And so yeah.
Yeah, that was sort of my next question, because I asked my mom earlier. I was like, do you have any questions for Franky G? Xavier, and she was like, what was it like to throw Shawnee Smith in the pit? Did he feel awful afterwards? Like, did he buy her, I'm sorry I threw you into a pit of needle flowers?
Nah, I just, you know what I did? I threw into the pit and I just walked away. I said, "You stay there." Nah, he helped around and everything, so it was good.
So I think I heard this somewhere. One of Madison's favorite lines. It's one of my favorite lines too, but we use it in the intro.
Look who's talking. The only door you know how to open is between your legs.
Is it true that your wife came up with that?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
My wife came up with that. Yes, she did. What was funny is that Darren asked me, "What would you say to Lisa?" He didn't like the line at the beginning, but what it was said. He said, "Go back to the hotel room. Tomorrow we're going to shoot this. So come up with something." So my wife and I was in the hotel room, and I was reenacting the scene with her. And boom, she comes up with that, and that was it. And we wrote it, and I showed it to him, and that was it. He loved it, and we used it.
That's great.
Yeah, I remember whenever Chris was asking me what quotes, what clips should we use for the beginning, that was the first one that came to my mind.
Yeah?
So that we have to make sure that one's in there. It's one of my favorites.
And by the way, we made that before we even had conversations about coming out.
Yeah. And I love the miming, the improv you do as well in that scene. Now that I've seen it in the clip a couple times, I notice it more, and I'm just like, that is fantastic. It's one of my favorite joke moments of Saw 2 for sure.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of great lines in Saw 2. Franky, do you have any favorites? Like, it doesn't have to be yours or anything, but do you have any favorite lines from Saw 2 that you can think of?
No, I mean, I think everything. I mean, I really didn't have a favorite line. I mean, I think everything I enjoyed the whole thing of it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's it. I just take it and just commit to it. And that's it. I didn't really have a favorite. I guess that one maybe was one of my favorites because my wife wrote it and it came out of the blue and was pertaining to the victim and the objective of it. But I think that's it. That's what I would say. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely gave Emmanuel a lot of shit in that movie.
Yeah, I had to come up with something. So my wife and I were just thinking about that, and she came out with that line. I said, "That's it. That's the one."
All right. Is Xavier still here? I can't see your screen anymore, so I don't know if he's still.
No, he's right there. I think it's the fro that's covering his face.
Oh my god.
Xavier, did you have any favorite lines or moments from Saw 2? I'm sure you've seen it 100 times. So.
I've a fun fact. I've actually never seen the film. I've seen all the clips. I've never seen. I actually any of the Saw movies. I'm planning to though because I do want to see I've seen all the clips of my dad though. I remember one of my favorite moments now that I've seen him do was when he cuts his neck.
Oh yeah.
Part of it is because that was the first clip I've ever seen my dad really acted, and I was like, when I saw that clip, I was like, what, 7, 6?
Yeah, and you thought it was for real?
And I thought it was real.
I'm sitting here.
Every time I watched it, when I was way, way younger, I would cry because I thought my dad was actually being hurt. Yeah. But now I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh, well, that's what he does, you know? That's just, you know.
Fun fact, that's a fun fact with that. When I was cutting my skin on my neck, the people that put it, the FX guys that put the stuff on, one take, and I took the thing and I threw it into the bathroom scene, and I lost the piece. They couldn't find the piece. Yeah. So, and then they go, "Franky, they pull me to the side. We got to do it again." They put all the prosthetic on, boom, boom, boom. That took about 3 hours. And he goes, "Franky, please, when you do that, throw it that we can see it, where we can see the piece." I said, "Okay."
Right.
So when we shot it, and I was doing all that improvisation stuff, I cut it, and then when you see me in the scene looking up at it, I'm thinking where I'm going to put it. And that's when I put it in my pocket. And that was, and they loved it. That they used that. That's what they used.
I think that works better because, again, talking about your whole objective, you need to get out of there, so you need all the numbers, including yours. I think it fits better that way. So
yes. And then when we cut, go, "Oh, do you have the number?" I say, "Here you go."
Yeah, I got mine.
that was
Oh my gosh, I love that. I had no idea that was why he puts it in his pocket. That's amazing.
Yeah, because of that, because what happened the first take. Yeah.
Speaking of, again, being in that iconic Saw bathroom set, I know it's usually pretty small. There's not a lot of room in there. You got a bunch of camera and crew all over the place. You got the actors in there. What was the experience like of like filming in that bathroom?
Oh, it felt great. It brought my character out. I mean, you walk in there and you could feel the energy, and you could feel it. And I couldn't wait to start shooting it. And everyone was there. We were watching it get done. I mean, I was watching it with the cameras, where the cameras were being placed and everything. But just that feeling of walking into, and I was thinking of Saw 1, the first Saw, and it just gave me how can you say, incentive. It gave me the, it brought out the character, put it that way. And I just wanted to shoot it. Let's do it. I was ready. So.
You spent a little extra time in that bathroom because you came back for Saw 3, but you don't have anything to do. You're literally laying on the bathroom floor in Saw 3. I heard they had a dummy ready to go, but you're like, no, I want to do it. Like, is that?
I come down, do it, and then that was it. That was cool. So, thank you. Darren says thank you, and then that was it.
All right. So yeah, anybody who didn't know, when you see Xavier in Saw 3 in the bathroom with Donnie Wahlberg, there's Franky.
Yeah, I'm taking a nap.
Why is everyone taking a nap on these Saw sets? Tony Napa was talking about how he was napping.
Yeah, they had to wake him up because he was snoring.
That's right.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. You're laying down for so long. I mean, I felt bad.
Yeah, I think he said he was there on that floor for 3 days, just like.
Oh my God. Jeez.
But Madison had some great questions still. So go ahead.
Yeah. I wanted to ask, if you could rewrite Xavier's ending, how would it go?
I'm be alive. I'll be still for victims to get out. And especially looking for Jigsaw. I'll go through every room, every smashing with the bat. Whoever comes in my way, I'll be ready. So I try to get out. That'll be my objective. And I will get out and not only that, try to find him and where the voice is coming from.
Yeah.
Sneak up behind him or something. But I think that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I would be down.
So that'd be crazy. That would have been crazy.
Yeah, I think if Xavier got out of the house, I could see him being a real adversary for Jigsaw and his accomplices. I feel like he would be he might have trouble tracking him down, but he would be ruthless, I feel.
Although I could see him and Amanda getting into it pretty good.
Chasing him.
Because both of them are hotheads, you know what I mean? Yeah, that would be an interesting pair.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. Another question I had is Xavier, the character, is one of the most intimidating and, in my opinion, one of the most memorable characters in the franchise.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I wanted to ask, how did you approach playing that level of intensity without going over the top? Because you have so many great moments, like right after he throws her in the pit, there's a moment where you kind of wince a little bit, and we're not sure. I don't think it's empathy.
I was feeling bad in a sense by doing that.
Yeah.
You showed a little,
just a little bit. Yeah, it's there.
Xavier could be a badass, but he could also he could wear his emotion on his sleeve. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He could get a little oh man, but it's. I had to do it. You think about that. You didn't want to do it, but you got to do it. You have to do it to survive. So I felt that, and that's what I was thinking about. And I have a sister, and you think about that, and you're like, man, I threw my sister into the pit just to get or something, to bring the character out and the feeling. So
that's a great I think acting technique, to think about what would I be feeling or reacting if this was someone I cared about, even with a character like Xavier, who is so self-centered or focused on survival. That's a wonderful nuance that was brought to the character.
Like when I was doing I didn't want him to think, oh, he's only a badass. But Xavier, he has feelings too for certain people.
Yeah, I love that.
Maybe for the ladies, you gotta have, you be careful about it. The guys, I didn't give a shit. Where's the bat? I'll take it. I'll say, I like to go over the clubhouse.
Needles. That's all you have.
So, yeah.
That's true. And you left Addison alive in the razor
That's
box.
true.
So
Yeah.
You could have went in there and just killed her, but you didn't.
Kind of a gentleman.
Right. Yeah.
Another question is, did you base Xavier's personality on like anyone in particular, or did you just build him purely from the script?
From the script, basically. And my own experience in life, you grow up in an area that, you gotta be sometimes, not like Xavier, but when you grow up in the hood and stuff like that, you gotta know how to take care of yourself and how to survive, in a sense. You know what I mean? And so a little bit of that was Xavier. It was me bringing a little bit of that to Xavier. I won't go crazy like that, but it's just giving a little bit of myself to the character to bring it, to make it seem real to what I'm doing,
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, because when I grew up in an environment, and when I lived in Brooklyn, and it wasn't, you had your tough times. It happens, and the environment I grew up in, it was tough. It was, you had tough times, you had the good times. But in the street, you hang out with your friends, and you got to know how to take care of yourself and survive.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask also, you've played a lot of like really tough, commanding characters. And do you ever get tired of playing typecast as like the intense guy? Do you want to do like a romantic comedy or something?
I would love that.
I did a comedy. It was like a dramedy comedy. I did Tio Poppy. I played, I was this FedEx guy and a friend of the lead guy, and we had some funny moments in that. So when people saw the movie, they couldn't believe I did that. I was like, oh, I didn't know you were like that and everything. I said, well, people don't give me opportunities, and this opportunity came and I did it. And that was it. So that was the only one I did that was really soft. That Tio Poppy was like a children's film. Yeah.
I'll have to check that one out. I have not seen that one.
Yeah,
I hadn't either.
It's a good cast. This children's Tio Poppy is really good. It's a family movie, put it that way.
Yeah. I just watched The Birthday Cake because I hadn't seen that one.
You watched The Birthday Cake?
I did watch The Birthday Cake. There was some good moments of comedy there. Frankie's still the tough guy. He doesn't really have a whole lot.
Yeah.
But the movie's funny, so
Yeah, it has his moments. Yeah, it has his moments.
Yeah. But
Val Kilmer
I want to bring that one up too.
Yeah, it was great to see Val Kilmer again. I didn't have a scene with him, but I worked with him in Wonderland, so it was great. Yeah. So.
Speaking of Val, he's no longer with us anymore. So, like, what's kind of your memories with him, just in general, guys? I know you worked more closely on Wonderland.
Oh, Wonderland, when I was working with him, he was a great guy. He had his moments, and that's Val Kilmer. You know what I mean? I worked with him for the first time, and we had some good, interaction in the film, and working with Ted Levine and the whole cast. But Val was great. He kept, put it this way, he stayed in character the whole time.
Oh wow, on that movie? That's wow. That role.
If you try to talk to him, he's like, "What do you want? What is this?"
Wow.
I mean, he gives you that attitude of John Holmes.
Yeah.
So we had some intense back and forth, but he was great. He was great to work with, and that was it. The whole cast and everyone on set was great. So.
Yeah. Madison, you had a few more, I think, right?
My son
I have to handle business real quick. I'll be back.
Well, that's going to be on YouTube. That's
my God.
My son had to take care of business. But anyway.
I only had one more question. I think we've hit almost everything else. Which is, do you still get recognized most for Saw 2, or has that changed?
There's some recognized for that, and Power, when I did Power and Stars, and the Family Business that's right now on BET Plus is shown on Netflix, and some other things in the Italian Job, and but I get recognized for that, but a lot with Italian Job and the Saw franchise with the horror fans, you know. Yeah.
All right. Well, I got some fan questions here if you want to take a couple of these. Now, a lot of this stuff we've already talked. Hey, you're back.
I know. I got it.
Got it sorted out, huh? So, yeah, some of this we've already kind of addressed, but some of these are like two-parters. One is, had Xavier survived the movie, do you think you would have changed it all from it for better or worse?
I don't know. We just have to, you know, I don't know, maybe worse. That, leave it up to the writers.
I do like the twin brother idea, though. I must say,
you know what I was thinking when I was talking to some people. I was at a panel, and I was thinking this. My thought was this: at the end of Saw 10 or 11, Jigsaw is surrounded by his cameras, whatever, and he see all the traps and everything like that. And behind, all of a sudden, he hears a bang on the door. Like something crashing on the door, and he's wondering what the hell it is, and he's looking around. This is almost at the ending of the film, and he's looking back around. He's like wondering, what is that? Where's that coming from? Where's that? And he turns around, turns back, and he sees the bat flying through the door, breaks through the door, he sees the nails, and when the nails get pulled out, he sees the eyeball peeking through the hole.
Oh,
it could probably be Xavier or his twin.
There you go. And then you gotta have the score in there as well, Charlie's score. You know, the da da da. Throw that in there. It's the twist.
And then he just looked through the peek hole and he goes, "Oh my God, he survived."
Yeah.
So we don't know. I mean, that was just a thought.
I'm down. We got to pitch that. Let's do it.
Because he's slamming that gun, and then the back goes and all the nails, and how the hell where did that come from? So, and then it ends right there. Then it ends right there when the eyeball goes into the thing. It ends right there.
Oh, speaking of the bat, I know this was on Madison's list as well, but since she didn't ask it, I will. Did you keep any like props or souvenirs?
No, man.
Like the nail bat?
Aww.
Not even the piece of your neck. They didn't even let you keep that.
No. I signed everything. I just signed my shirt, my sneakers, the pants, the bat is somewhere in a case somewhere, and no, I didn't get nothing. Just good memories. Just memories.
There you go.
That's it.
All right. So, let's see. We kind of already talked about that one. It just says, what was it like filming the scene where you had to slice your neck? We talked about that. And then did you feel bad for being mean to the other characters?
No.
Hey, that's an honest answer. I respect it.
I'm getting out of there, whether you like it or not. I'm getting out of here.
This is a good question. We kind of touched on this a little bit, but how does working on a character like Xavier kind of like affect your mental health? Because you got to go to some dark places for a couple moments of that.
But as an actor, you have to after you do that, you just go back to the trend, just get away from it. You know, just stop. I don't think about it. I do it, and that's it. You know, I just can't bring that to the table. Some actors can stay into character and be all crazy with other people. I can't. I do Xavier. I did the film. I go back. Hey guys, how you doing? Go have lunch. We talk, and then when we're time to shoot, I'm ready. I'm prepared and ready to go.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was an interesting question because some actors like really take it to another level, and sometimes it's hard to get out of for some of them.
Yeah, some people. Everyone has a different method of
exactly
acting. You know, and some people just, you know, just like staying into that character through the whole day and just be there.
All right, so the next question here is from J Sheet 716. Do you think Xavier would have passed the needle pit had he done it himself and not thrown Amanda in?
Maybe, but I don't think so. To try to get out of there, It would be hard in a sense, with the riddle. I would have. I mean, if the needle pit was right there and it was by myself, then I have to throw myself in the needle pit just to find the key.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can get out of it.
Sorry, I'm thinking about that one line before you even get into the room.
If it's stuck, it's a trap.
Lady, this whole house is a trap.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great line. So yeah, this one says, just wanted to say Franky's an awesome dude. If it wasn't for him dropping Shawnee in the needle pit, I wouldn't have gotten over my fear of needles. So that's pretty cool. There you go. They said I still don't like them, but I'm not as afraid. So
Right.
yeah, I'm sure you get the needle pit thing a lot, don't you?
A lot. I get it a lot.
It's a great scene.
Yeah, I get that a lot. And every time they tell me, every time I'm in the event, oh, we loved you in the needle pit and everything. So, oh, he's back.
I'm back.
Hey, what's going on? Did you take care of business?
Yeah,
a lot. We're back again.
That's right. Take, what is it, fucking 5? I don't know.
Ghost in the room somewhere. They don't want this to come out anymore. They don't want this interview anymore.
Right. This one says, congratulations on the 20th anniversary of Saw 2. Had you ever been approached to return to the franchise for any of the sequels for flashbacks? So I know we were talking about you would come back, but at any point did they ever approach you to come back?
No, not yet.
Not yet? All right. Well, there's still time.
Yeah. If they approach me and the script is great and everything, and have some meat and potatoes on that character, yes, I would definitely come back. I would like to.
Sounds good, man. Oh, Madison, we were talking about this as we were kind of dealing with the technical issues earlier.
Yeah,
no, you're good. You're good. I just didn't want to lose that train of thought. But Madison had a great question.
Do you think if Xavier really does have a twin, that Xavier is the nice one, and maybe his twin brother Xavier or whatever is actually the evil one? Because I could see that being a fun twist.
I think he'd be more the evil one. I think he'd more the crazy one.
Oh, okay.
Because this one, the other one, Xavier was, he was known as a drug dealer, and he was put in a position of survival when he was in there. Mm-hmm. He has to get out. He has to do something to survive, to get out of the trap or the house. So it's survival of the fittest, dude. And so I had to do what I had to do. Now, if I play the twin, this guy is probably, a little crazier, more acts and, more like crazier than me. I mean, he's the worst of the worst. I don't know. He did prison time, and now, but he loved his brother, and he wanted to know what was going on. Where's his brother? What's happening? And he went out to look for him. And
I'm down, man.
Yeah.
I mean that's interesting. And if the way they write it, then I'll see how it is. It's. I mean, it's just a thought.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. And then last one here before we kind of wrap up from John Kramer Rules says, your performance in Saw 2 is terrifying, a huge threat among the other characters trapped in the house. I have one question. We did talk about this already. Why did you put your skin of the back of your neck in your pocket? Yeah, we talked about that. But it also says, it made me laugh upon rewatch, and I'll never look at a nail bat or needles in general the same way after Saw 2. So, how does that make you feel hearing something like that? Like, you ruined nail bats for me.
Oh my God. I mean, hey, listen, it's funny. It's funny. That's all.
Yeah.
So that bat was heavy, dude. That bat was.
It looked heavy.
Yeah. Oh, forget it. Banging that thing after a while, it got my shoulder a little bit.
Is that why you're like dragging it for most of the movie instead of like actually carrying it in your hand? You're just dragging it everywhere.
No, I had to drag it because I had that chemical in me, that whatever it was that
the nerve gas, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was a little weak there and everything. So that was I had to drag it. I had no strength.
Fair enough. Madison, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Nothing. This was just so much fun. I'm so glad that I got to meet you and your son. And
Me too.
I just learned so many really great facts, and I also really enjoyed watching that film, Elephant in the Room. So
Me too.
thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you both for coming on. Xavier, congratulations on Elephant in the Room. Good luck to whatever you're doing next. Franky, same to you. Good luck whatever you got coming. Are you working on anything right now? Do you have anything coming up?
I wrapped on Family Business season 6,
Okay.
and then the film called Beyond the Rush with Eric Roberts and Frankie Faison is a drama. It's hopefully get distribution this year, and I'm just reading other scripts at the moment.
Sounds
and
good.
see what
man.
happens.
So yeah, thank you for taking the time out of both of your days to come on here and chat with your guys' work and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time.
No, thank us too, man. Thank you for having me. I'm sorry, I just just technical.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Happens.
Here and just try to get this working. So, but we had a lot of fun, and thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. And just so you know, you are welcome back anytime. Like anytime you want to come on, or you.
Oh my god!
Tomorrow, I'm down, dude. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Comic-Con. Here we are, Comic-Con.
That would be an insane episode.
Wouldn't that be crazy, man?
That would be pretty crazy. But yeah, Xavier, you too. You're always welcome to come back on too. Even if it's not about stuff, you want to talk about your stuff, we'll find time for that. That'd
be great. Thank you so much, fellas. It was really nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. Thank you. But that's it. That's all I got.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Game over.